Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, for Chakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Real quick video, this is kind of like another addition to the video that I did yesterday, but kind of going into a different route. And, when you look at this, man, first of all, this is a video put up by GMS Debar Kabash, Salaki Debar Kabash. I just, so happy to, see the thumbnail and everything. And, this is exactly why, the direction I'm heading into is, this is exactly why, we are, in a position that we're in now, as far as in the condition, as a people. This right here is the exact reason, as to why we are how we are now. I'm talking about as a whole people. The Lord put us in this captivity. The Lord, messed us up this bad. This is why. This is only one of the reasons why. But this is a prime example as to why the Lord is messing us up, man. We just want to do what we want to do. We want to eat what we want to eat. Instead of trying our very best to live a godly mindset, we can't. Our people just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get more and more and more raw with their sin, man. I did a video yesterday based off of Elder Manat Zapba's video with the 3 women and their saggy asses hanging down. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this just nasty, raunchy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got people out there that'll sit up there and say, well, slavery was wrong. Slavery was this, slavery was that. I got news for you, man. And I may get flagged for this. I'm not sure. They usually don't care, but now they'll flag you for anything. But to be completely 100% honest with y'all, man, slavery wasn't wrong, right? Slavery wasn't wrong. Look at why did slavery happen in the first place? See, a lot of people think slavery happened, because white people hated black people because of their skin complexion and this, that, and the other, and all this other craziness, man. While that may be a small part of it to do with it, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they completely don't, but it goes way deeper than just that, man. It's because the Lord, what people don't understand is that the Lord is the one that did that, and you got people out there that'll sit up there and say, well, I can't worship a Lord that'll do stuff like that. And it's just like, well, how else are the stiff necked people going to listen, man? When you have a hard headed child, what do? You can't just keep, well, son, or well, daughter, or whoever else. You can't do this. You just can't keep doing that. No, there has to be disciplinary action, man. Okay, so like I said, this is a really quick video. This is exactly why our people are messed up, man. This is exactly why the Lord messed us up. This is exactly why the Lord messes up, man. And we're still going, man. We still got people. 4th of July been passed, and he's still firing fireworks, man. But we still celebrating 4th of July. We still following all these other gods, man. Exodus chapter 34 and verse 14. It says, For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, it says, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Yes, the Lord is a jealous God. See, people say that jealousy is a bad thing. Well, the Lord is the Lord of Lords. You know what I'm saying? The King of Kings. So he's a mighty and terrible power. So, you have righteous jealousy, you have unrighteous jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy is not exactly a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a man as a man, you know what I'm saying? And if you're a real husband and you actually care about your property, you actually care about your wife and stuff like that, and you find her messing around, yeah, you're gonna get jealous. You know what I'm saying? That's just natural. You hear her talk about some other man who you for one, you could know him, but it's just like, are you with me or are you with him? You know what I'm saying? You can leave that. That's jealousy. People may say it's just natural. No, that's jealousy. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? Unrighteous jealousy is when it's wrong, right? And we're counted as like the Lord's wives, and we're committing adultery to him, man. This is why the Lord got our women committing adultery to us, man. And no doubt that this doesn't exclude the fact that Esau is still going to captivity. Ain't no doubt about it. You see, the Lord does. What's crazy is, you can read throughout all the scriptures, and there are many examples of somebody doing something bad to another person just for that person that did the bad thing to commit to just to receive judgment, right? It's like a chain. So while we sinned against the Lord, and yeah, the Lord done this to us, and the Lord gave the earth into the hand of the wicked and stuff like that, that doesn't exclude the fact that Esau is still going into captivity, and all the other nations are going to follow suit, man. You know what I'm saying? All the other nations are going to reference the Israelites as the rulers of the earth. You got some heathens overseas actually doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody outside of the states, I'm talking about the U.S., are have more sense. You know what I'm saying? Anybody outside of America has more sense. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say, well, anybody outside of New York and outside of the tri-state area and stuff like that is just dumb. All of America is dumb, man. You know what I'm saying? We get people come here from New York, and it's just like I can't tell the difference. You from Baltimore or you from New York, man? I can't tell the difference because you're still from America. That's why I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? There's no level, you know what I'm saying, in two-thirdism. You know what I'm saying? There's no gray area in two-thirdism. There's no gray area in stupidity. You know what I'm saying? You stupid, and you just stupid, and everybody in America is just dumb, man. You know what I'm saying? Even us, when we go over to the other countries, it's just like, okay, what's going on here? I feel like I'm in a different because we've been in America too damn long, man. Yeah, we're more awakened than the rest, but even still, we still got that a little bit of that American plague on us, and the Lord said that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is why the Lord is coming with healing in His wings, man. Right? So the Lord is a jealous power, right? And doing stuff like this is literally is committing adultery to the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping other God. This was not. First of all, I just want to make something clear, man. And I say this all the time. When the Lord tells you, when the Bible tells you not to eat pork, because a lot of these Muslims don't know why they do it. They just do it because the Quran, if the Quran even said that garbage book. But uh, when the Lord tells you not to eat pork, it's not just for ceremonial practices; it's for your health. This is why a lot of these this is why a lot of other nations, a lot of these other nationalities, like the Arabs and stuff like that, they can eat, you know what I'm saying, crazy stuff and not be sick. But we are sitting here eating pork, and we got all these issues, and it's just like it's just pork. What's going on here? We are made different. You know what I'm saying? Certain people are made to eat certain things, right? This come to show you that there's no such thing as equality. Because a Moabite, one of those Chinese, Japanese, Asians in general, they can eat like raw octopus and squid and stuff like that, and they're fine. They eat that stuff 24/7. That's daily. I seen something where they be eating. I don't know if it was Asians or what. I don't remember where it was at. But it's this stuff, and they say if it's supposed to be crawling with maggots, live maggots. They say if it's alive, it's good, and they eat that. It's literally a delicacy to them. They store it, and they don't get sick. We eat that stuff, we get sick. That's because we're made different, man. There's no such thing as equality. And then again, it goes towards our health. This is not just tradition. I mean, this is not just uh um what I say, ceremonial practice, man. It's not just that, right? It's not just that. The rest of these nations are garbage disposals, man. That's why in the scriptures it even say that, man. Feed the rest to the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Feed that to the heathen. We are not to eat that. Now we are doing as the heathen do, man. This is a heathen tradition, right? So we are literally making the Lord jealous, man. To this very day, we're still making the Lord jealous, man. This is exactly why we're going through what we're going through. Again, you got even Edomites talk about, well, slavery was wrong, man. Slavery was wrong. When we question them, it's like, well, what do you think should happen to those people? You know, we like playing around with them when we out there on the hedges. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, no, slavery is not wrong. What happened to us is not wrong. I mean, yeah, it's sickening, and we still sigh and cry for it, and we still say, yeah, they got a lot to pay for, right? But we remember, so we don't get out of control and out of pocket with that, raw type spirit. Remember that the Lord did that to us, man. And if we don't stay on track in this thing, you know what I'm saying, and you fall back to the world, it's like you're doing exactly what caused us to be here, man. You're doing exactly what caused us to be here, man. You should be trying to do better. This is why these scriptures are here, to show us, right? And I know I'm rambling on a little bit, to show us what to do and what not to do. To show us the examples. When you read the scriptures, to show us the examples of what the men did before, or what our people did before to tempt the Lord. And the Lord did what? He allowed the other nations to come and mess us up. Until what? Until we humbled ourselves down and we prayed to the Lord and we cried to the Lord. And what did he do? He delivered us from our troubles, man. Do you think this is going to be any different? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is why we teach past, present, and future. I'm talking about mainly us at Great Millstone. These other Israelite camps are clowns, man. I'm just being honest. These other Israelite camps, the IUIC, the ICPK, GOCC, Sakari, Wi-Fi, HOI, HODC, you know what I'm saying? And all these other clown ass Israelite camps, man. They're all clowns, man. They change doctrine. They ignore prophecy, right? They're telling people to go trust their enemy by getting gelled up, by taking the inoculation. Absolute garbage, man. They're denying the full Bible. They're trying to take stuff out of the Bible. They just change the course of everything, man. Right? They're saying 2/3 are going to burn forever. That's ridiculous, man, and that's bugged out. Let's continue on, man. Amos chapter 7 and verse 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. If you looked at the video that Elder Menachezatba did yesterday, or whenever he did that, I know I did mine yesterday, so I'm not sure when he did it. With the three, like I said earlier, with the three women, the nasty woman, and the nasty beast, if you want to call those women. I have a hard time calling them women, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like I have a hard time calling half of these jakes out here men. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, or more than half. Anyway, yeah. Being a harlot in the city. This is prophecy, by the way. Right? This is prophecy, by the way. It says, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, right? And thy land shall be polluted by it says by lying, okay? It says, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of this land. Now I got a question. If those people over there are the real people, what is if those people over there in that land, you know who I'm talking about, are the real Israelites and are the real Jews, how does this apply to them? When you read this scripture, just this scripture alone, I know we like talking about Matthew 28 because I'm sorry, Deuteronomy 28, because Deuteronomy 28 clearly doesn't show us them. Okay? But just this real short scripture right here. I'm going to read this one more time. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. For the most part, I don't really see a lot of small hat women, you know what I'm saying, being harlots in the city, being raunchy, having sexy rigs, and be Nicki Minaj's and all these other, you know, crazy female rappers and R&B artists and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, just walking up and down the street as harlots and stuff like that. Or like those three women that we seen. This is a small example, like those three women that we seen on Elder Manat Zapba's video. You don't really see that an awful lot. You don't see them doing stuff like this all over the internet, man. You don't see them at 4, 3, 4, 5 years old wearing spandies and stuff like that. Right? Their little girls don't do all that. Their little girls are not all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? Doing TikToks, twerking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just so happen to see, I can't believe this stuff is on the internet, man. These little 5-year-old girls are doing the wildest things. Gotta be 4, 5, 6 on up, man. Doing the wildest things on the internet. And it's just like, you don't see small hat women doing stuff like that. Our women are being harlots in the city. Again, look at this, man. You see this woman and you see this Jake, man. Okay? It says, and thy son and thy daughter shall fall by the sword. Now, what does this mean? It could either mean, because the sword is just an instrument of destruction, so it doesn't always mean a spirit leave body type deal. Okay? I'm talking about like your spirit, you know, literally leaving your body. It's not always talking about that. Part of it is that, especially with these. I just looked at a video before I started this video. You know, I was just showing all these different compilations of Jake just blowing each other away on Instagram Live and shit like that. It's just like, man, this is wild, man. This is wild. No other nationality is going through this like that, man. It's absolutely wild. You know, and it's saddening to see, but it's just like, see this, but we deserve it. That's what I'm going into. We deserved it. But no other nation is going through what we're going through. That I looked at 100 different compilations, and within in the over time, and it's just like all these different so-called rappers blowing Fulio. Who did that? That wasn't a bunch of Edomites that did that to him, right? He's just one example. Like I said, there's so many. You know, all over IG Live and stuff like that. It's just like, what in the world? And it's all us, man. It's all us. And your people out there have a nerve to sit up there and say that Deuteronomy 28 is not talking about us. You are out of your mind, man. You are out of your mind. We have fallen, right, by the sword, as the Lord said was going to happen. That's philosophies. That's guns. That's social media. The media, you know, I just said media, social media, you know. That's all of that, man. The food, oh, let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about that. The food, oh my goodness. Look, this is all part of falling by the sword right here, man. Madness, the plague of the mind, is a sword, man. Right? It says, and thy land shall be divided by line. Man, it says, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of this land. Again, this further proves that this is not talking about you small hats, man. You fakers, man. clearly shows it's not talking about y'all, man. But anyway, back to the main topic. That's why I got this. You know what I'm saying? Because again, this further proves that it said, "Thus saith the Lord." That's very important. This first part right here is very important. It said, "Thus saith the Lord." Very, extremely important, man. Because it's declaration about the Lord. He said He's doing it. I barely give Esau credit for being a devil, because Proverbs chapter 16 said what? I created the wicked for the day of evil. Now again, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. I say that in balance, because even though He created them to be evil, He also created them to go into slavery. He also created them for us to hate. So that's why I say that it's in balance, right? Deuteronomy 11. Okay, Deuteronomy 11 and 27. Watch this. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. We get a blessing when we obey the Lord, man. Even in our land of captivity, man. Well, not our land, even in this land of captivity. When we obey the Lord, you know what I'm saying? He gives us leeway. Like, for example, one blessing, the scriptures say, if you do the will of the Father, He's going to make your enemies, you know what I'm saying, agree with you, be at peace with you. That's a blessing. That's one blessing that can really, it may sound small. To be honest, I mean, it may sound small, but when you think about it, that's not a small thing, man. Even when you know, out here, you know, in the world and stuff like that, you're doing business and stuff like that, or whatever you're doing out there, and even your enemies are at peace with you, that could take you a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not really a small thing. That's a really good blessing, man. It can help you throughout your day. You know what I'm saying? That's really good. You think about that. So that's just one example. But the ultimate blessing is going to be us getting up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's a promise. But while we're here, we got to obey the voice of the Lord so He could constantly bless us. But one of the greatest blessings that we have right now is being able to face the east and pray to the Lord, man. That's one of the greatest blessings that we receive, the YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. To know that who we are, what we are, okay? It's not just who, but what we are, okay? Being the Prince of Power, being the Lord's chosen, right? We're not no black, Negro, African American, nigger, you know what I'm saying? We're not none of those things. We are Israelites. We are the Prince of Power. We are royalty. We are those so-called fallen angels. Royalty. Though we may not seem it. This is why we're in one of all things. Because we like power. The men especially. We like power, but even the woman to a certain degree, man. Having power over all the other women on the planet. We like power, man. That's just who we naturally are. When you understand, you're not a black, nigger, African American, and whatever else we're called. When you understand that you are an Israelite, you are Yasharala, you are a Prince of Power, that's a blessing. But the greatest one is knowing the name of the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, knowing what you're praying to, knowing who you're praying to, what and who you're praying to. You're praying to a great and terrible power. Okay? Anyway, it says, but watch this. Now, what do we disobey the Lord? It says, and a curse. It says, and a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God. Okay? It says, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have known. I'm sorry, which ye have not known. Salakia, we slip of the tongue. Salakia, you have not known. Okay, not known. So these pork gods and these these all these other gods that we worship these days, we have not known them. You wonder why you Jakes never fit in completely with those Muslims. You know what I'm saying? The real Muslims end up ignoring you Jakes, man. You black Muslims. The real Muslims end up ignoring you black Muslims because they know that you don't have anything to do with them. Right? Right? So that's pretty much all I got on this, man. Yeah, we deserve, what I'm saying, what we get. Right? The Lord is the one that did it. We just can't lose sight of that. The Lord is the one that did it. So anyway, giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, Shalom.